all know Nike, or Nike as the boomers say. So in today's video, I am building a Nike store in Bloxburg. And if you didn't know, I have a series on my channel where I'm building different stores. So comment down below which one I should build next. Let's go! Okay. Stage of any build, big or small, is to find the center. And to do this, you just place a big X across the front. And then the line from the center will be the middle of the plot. For our Nike store, it's obviously going to be futuristic, modern. I want to leave lots of room for a car park. So it's going to kind of break the iconic Bloxburg rule, which is do not do a wall longer than 5. But I think since it's Nike, it needs to be a big store. And I'm sorry if my mouse is going like all over the place today. Look at that. Roblox actually sent me a mouse, guys. And it's so sensitive. Like, I love it, but I'm not used to it yet. Okay, this makes me look like such a noob builder, just building a massive square.
I am a square.
But trust me, we're about to add the detail in with basic shape. So I'm a humongous fan of this design on the Nike store on screen. So I'm going to try and recreate that to the best of my abilities. But I reckon about that's good. And as you can see, it's a bunch of squares next to each other, but there's kind of like a slight gap. And building hack, do not place a basic shape on top of another one, because look what happens. It comes out of this big red nasty box. And also if you move the bottom one, it moves them all. So moral of the story, don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
These first ones are going to go just above the crown of the building. And sometimes I build the exterior before the video, but I thought since this is kind of a smaller build, we can do it together. Then you can just follow my little tutorial. And I'm so excited to get inside and add like all of the clothing and stuff. I made a mistake. This one's a bit further back, but I might as well actually leave it further back. It kind of looks better. So we're going to texture these ice. Wait, that doesn't even look like ice. And then coming down the front to sort of border it in a little bit more, we're going to use plain chunky pillars. And I always like to make mine exactly. And who else is back to school, guys? It's Monday. Oh, it's Halloween. It's Tuesday. It's Halloween. Happy Halloween, guys, when I'm filming this. What I was going to say is half term's over. It's back to school season. Who's sad about it? Because I know I am. Anyway, if you want your window to be the exact size of a block, resize it by $44. Look at this. So easy. They just go right next to each other. Although I feel like they've used actually bigger windows. I forgot that these ones can actually be resized pretty long. Woo! That is so big. And also, this is something a little bit different. I've never used these. And they're still too big. All I want is for it to be big enough for a revolving door. Please, please, please. There we go. Finally. And I like to colour my windows white, so it's just a bit more of a brighter interior. But sometimes you have just got to trust the process. Maybe if we add a couple of pillars. And anyway, we're adding a roof as well, so it's going to be fine. Oh, hi. Welcome to Nike. Now is the hardest part, guys. We've got to try and make that godforsaken tick. How am I meant to build a tick in Bloxburg? You know what? I think we're going to have to do a decal. I don't like doing them, but look at the shape of that tick. It's got like a swirl on it. If I did that, my building reputation would be going downtown. And guys, we've run into a travesty. The only one they have is this. This is like 2015 Bloxburg. It actually don't look that bad. I don't know why I was just having a breakdown. Oh yeah, look at how nice and vibey this outside bit looks. So there's kind of like a pavement. I'd say it's about 3 wide in Bloxburg terms. And then next to them, we kind of have like these little planters, which I'm going to make customly. And I don't know if customly is a word, but it is now. And so how you make a planter, if you're curious, is you put a big block in the middle, and then on the sides, you basically put a thin block. And then the sides are going to be brick. Now, I would actually advise building this on top of something for copy and paste purposes, but I've already forgotten to do that, so we're going to ignore my failure. No, we're not putting loads of Nike ticks on this. Instead, I'm going to look up plant, and voila, we've got ourselves a tropical plant. So with this, you're then going to want to, place this along. Oh, sorry guys, just my watch telling me to stand. How rude. There's our plant. Kind of looks big and fat and in the way. So maybe we'll have smaller ones here. And can we just talk about, by the way, $11,000? 30,000?
30,000?
That is what is given right now. And now we can just place these onto the other side. Easy does it. And is it just me, or does anybody else sing while they're building? I'm just like, Romeo, save me. Yeah, but And also, I'm going to use some carpets here and make them like quite thin, slender. And this just adds a little bit of, you know, spice. I think hedges, they can be modern, can't they? The actual car park spaces, I think, only need to be 3 along. What does concrete look like? Does that look okay? And then, of course, we've got to have the actual dividers. Oh no, it's done that uneven thing, which means we're going to have to get out the old yellow marker. This is basically those things that they add in car park spaces for no reason. There is no reason to do this. And once again, guys, I don't know how I have so many cars. Nike is busy today, okay, guys? Very, very busy, actually. Maybe it's Black Friday or something. Another secret section in Bloxburg we forget about is trash. When I think of trash, I think about putting it over this, and that's about it. But you can actually add them just around the plot as well. I feel like people often forget this. And don't worry, haven't forgotten the trees. And I was thinking, why don't we go for like a tropical vibe? You know when you go on holiday and they have like all of the outlet stores? Maybe we're in Dubai right now. Maybe we are in Florida. Oh my gosh, that actually looks sick. But now we can go inside. First things first, we're going to put the stairs in, or should I say the escalator. And I'm going to set one to go the other way. The amount of comments I get, which are like, they're both going the same way, Reese says. I'm sorry, okay? Maybe about here, because we obviously need room to walk upstairs. So around the edges, I'm going to sketch out a little square, and then in the middle a square, and the rest can wrap around. And if you don't know what I'm doing here, this probably looks so bad to you, but basically the outside line is going to be grey marble. As we go inside, it's going to turn into a lighter. How splendid does that look? Wow, this is kind of like one of those hypnotizing videos, isn't it? Watch the black spot for 5 minutes and you will turn into a donkey. Okie dokie donkeys. Let's start off with the counter. I was thinking we could have like a futuristic counter. How cool does that look? I feel like I'm walking up to the Empire State Building. So this isn't going to be the only counter in the Nike system. We're actually going to have some consultant counters. This is basically where you're going to go for like a one-on-one chat. The iconic Nike colors orange, isn't it? We're then going to grab some of these cash registers, obviously the touchscreen ones. We're not living in 2012 Bloxburg. People who work at Nike, I'm sorry, they're actually quite sassy. I was in a Nike store not too long ago, and the lady was just smacking gum on her lips. She was like, yeah, want a bag? Had a very lippy tone. I thought, okay. And I think these bags will probably suit best. You know what else I'm going to add here? This is going to be a very decal heavy build. We might not have added many on the exterior, but on shelves and stuff, we're going to add a lot. In fact, just out the back here, I'm going to line up a bunch of decals and start making Nike products on them now.
2 hours later.
And these are all the decals. These are all the decals I found, and I'm sorry, some of these are actually so perfect. So anyway, the whole point of this was somebody is going to be buying some shoes at the counter. So it looks like they're buying some nice, Jordans are these? I literally have these shoes, but that is absolutely perfect. But all of this has given me such inspiration to just do some shelves. So all along the walls, we're going to add custom shelves. We're not going to add normal shelves because it's not amateur hour. And this is where I would advise actually building on top of each other, because this way when you copy and paste it, it's much easier. Because this way when you go to copy and paste the shelves, it's literally going to half our workload. So it looks like this over here is probably going to be for bags and suitcases. So to make suitcases, again, I told you we're going to use a lot of decals and basic shapes today. And if you're thinking, where's the logo, Reese's? Ta-da! Look at this poster I got out here. We're going to have some simplicity ones just along the front, you know, not too in your face. And then for the top ones, we're going to grab the actual sign from the front. And this is going to be more for those people who want to show off. And I like being adventurous with my colors, so I'm going to do green. Next up is going to be super easy because this is just going to be backpacks. I'm telling you guys, I highly recommend Nike backpack. I have one for school. I've had it for years and it's literally the most reliable backpack ever. And no, this is not sponsored by Nike, not spawn. And then in between these, to add a little bit of, you know, detail, we're going to add just a couple of these. And now we need to add the seating bits, which are in every store. And they're basically like those little back-to-back seats. And then in this middle bit here, rather than adding, you know, too many seats, I thought we could have a cool little platform made out of circles. I think we should sell water bottles on here because, you know, this is kind of a thing that can be in the open. Wow, these must be like 10-litre water bottles. Look how big they are. And I honestly adore this layout. So we're going to copy the shelves over. And quite frankly, I'm just wasting loads of money here. So while we have it empty, we might as well just copy and paste it. And also, I don't want to get any lawsuits or you guys suing me if you ever come here. So I've got to make sure to add railings, because if any of you fall off, you could sue me for half of the Nike store. We're up here. We haven't even added a chandelier. Remember earlier we were talking about that tropical Dubai vibe. I'm actually going to use like these suspended orb chandeliers. Ta-da! As I said, next up, we can add some of these cool box shoes, because you know, sometimes they have them stacked up like on the box. Actually, I know we just added these shelves. I'm so indecisive, but they actually normally just have really long rows. I'll try and put a picture on screen of what I mean, but they'll just have like tiny shelves, and each shelf will have a shoe on it. It will have some pink ones in here. Wow, these are some big feet. You've got to be the BFG to fit in these. And then why not have some Jordans in there as well? Wow, that actually looks sick, mate. And since this is kind of the shoe wall, I suppose we can just have a bunch along here. What did we actually do before the days of decals, guys? Did we really survive? Rather than seats on this side, Nike is not just an accessory store. It's obviously a clothes store as well. Then we can just have like a bunch of clothing racks. And obviously we'll change these from pink. We've not just walked into like that teacher from Harry Potter's room. So I'm going to try my best to do like ombre patterns, dark blue to light blue. And if you're me, I think I have good fashion, but I do like a lot of neutral tones. So I'd probably be looking over here at the grays and stuff. And that actually looks so nice from the outside as well. And then just in the middle here, we're going to add some of these round ones. Ooh, look how cool that looks. And on this, we're not even going to be using decals. We're actually going to be adding things like keys, because you know you can get Nike key rings. This is going to be more of a smaller thing. And I'm also adding LEDs. And I'm wondering if we make this orange. That's nice. That's different. That's unusual. I feel like we're missing one thing before we go upstairs. Massive speakers. Is it just me, or do you get so overwhelmed when you're in stores like Nike, Hollister? They blast music so loud, I feel like I have to buy something. But thankfully, we've made most of the products that are going to be going in this Nike store, so we can just continue to copy and paste these up here. When I see a suitcase, another one, thank you.
Another one, thank you.
No, there really is only so many products you can make. Although we can change the colors of them, and then we can also change the color of the little Nike thing. Now we really just have these little consulting desks. So as I said, this is where you're going to be if you want something that's a bit more expensive in the store. You want a bit more of a personal experience. I will admit, they probably wouldn't necessarily have this in a Nike store, more like a Gucci store or something expensive like that. So they'll have a computer out. We'll put the most expensive one, you know, keep up that vibe. If you're in Gucci, they'll put it out on a nice tray for you. Instead of a bracelet today, we are buying some Nike socks. I just think it's so funny to have all this fanciness for some socks. And I've just realized we can add windows on the side, and it actually looks so much better, and it also lets the light in. But I thought we could finish off by adding some plants. Obviously, maybe deleting these ones back here, which expose our secret ways. I think our Nike store's been created. Let's go look inside. Welcome to the newest Nike store pop-up in Bloxburg town. It's modern, tropical, and sure to suit all your Bloxburg needs. That's right, my little Reese's Cups. The exterior of this build is truly magnificent. Of course, the first thing our eyes are meted with is the cars, but it definitely gives that vacation holiday vibe. We've got some trash, you know. Maybe I've just picked up this can of gasoline and I need to just, yeah, put it in the trash. And then over here, we can get ourselves a trolley, because I'm going to be picking up a lot of goods today. And we can also sit down if we've got some bad knees. But let's head inside. And the advertising kind of works in itself. And apparently I've turned into a ghost now, but you can see through the window, so it's kind of drawing people in that way. Oh, and we're going back round. Revolving doors, honestly, my enemy. Get off, get off.
I hate him.
The inside is obviously very colourful, and that is a very good way at selling clothes. Colour obviously makes people want to buy more things, if we're being honest. So here, the first thing I need is this water bottle. Yeah, give it to me, please. We also have suitcases, and you can sit down here and try your suitcase, guys. This is where we have some speakers as well, which we'll be blasting, hopefully, some loud Lana Del Rey. And let's say we've decided to get some of those bottles. So we'll come here, we'll pay for that. Hi, my name's Sandra. Yeah. Here you go, here's your receipt. No offense to any Sandras watching, love you all. Over here is definitely one of the more realistic sections. Ooh, with the shoes on the wall, the boxed up shoes, and of course the rainbow clothes. I kind of feel like I'm in a rainbow obby here, like jumping on all of them. And I did forget about the key rings, but that's just a small part. Up here is what I like to call more of the same thing. So we do of course have this beautiful overhanging light, which does give you a good view of the store. Left, we have some new shelves, some selling Jordans, more bottles and pink shoes. And finally, I decided on this sock. Give it to me. That will be $10 million. Are you kidding me right now? $1 million? I thought this was going to be $10. Me when I become a Nike Karen. So there we have it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed watching me build the Nike store. Comment down below what store I should build next. I'll see you in the next one.